Hi and welcome to another episode of Spice Up Your Life. I'm Ginny and I'm here with the one and only Chef Varun Gujral. Cheers. It's the first catch up post quarantine and lockdown restrictions easing up.
Thank God.
Thank God, right?
Right?
Yeah, it feels good to get back into some kind of normalcy. So we're just going to have a chat to Varun about how the journey has affected him personally and the business as well. Now, obviously, I was here with you when we first got the
last day.
Yes, the last day in the event, and it's like, okay, restaurants closing down.
That's right.
What was going through your head at that point?
Look, panic, upset, trying to figure out strategies. Look, if we knew it was coming a week or 2 weeks in advance, you could prepare.
Yeah.
You're mentally and psychologically prepared. This one just took us all off by guard. We knew things were going to happen because other industries were already being affected. So we sort of had an inclination that it was going to happen, but it wasn't really
Didn't have notice.
certainty. Right? A bit of notice would have been so much better. It means we would have finished off our supplies that we'd ordered. So chicken, lamb, vegetables, those items that are perishable goods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, effectively, we're giving out to customers, guests for free, and just giving things away because we just didn't know how to react. On top of that, then having to adapt a whole business model. We were always that, especially this location here at King Street Wharf.
It's the crown jewel of
our
yes.
companies.
Yeah.
It is very much a CBD corporate-focused dine-in, lunch venue, and dinner venue.
Yeah.
At dinner times, you're doing the birthdays, the celebrations, the engagements, the
a lot of events happen.
Exactly
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So we were never really, and we never positioned ourselves in this venue to be a takeaway venue. So as soon as that COVID situation hit, a lot of office spaces were closed down. So there was a massive dry up of people living in the city. Those that live residential in city CBD also don't necessarily live here all the time. They're 6 months in, 6 months out. So it just meant that our whole group of customers, were out. They weren't in Sydney. So those that were opening, we started reaching out to them. We started doing little takeaway packs, very attractive pricing.
Yeah, the social isolation.
Distance.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. And we found that was a massive hit for us. People were coming all the way from Castle Hill,
oh wow,
Blacktown, traveling that far because
amazing.
Look, value for money with a really, really good quality food.
Fine dining experience brought to you home, yeah.
Exactly right. So people were willing to travel for it, and that was fantastic. That was very eye-opening for us, saying, wow, someone's actually travelled all the way from Blacktown to the city to pick up a $100 pack. It was more attractive than going to their local takeaway shop.
Yep. Or getting Uber Eats.
Or anything on those lines.
Yeah.
Sure, they don't have the service, sure, they don't have the waterfront views, but they got really good quality food. And it was fresh, and it's made almost on a daily basis.
Yeah, so it was surprising for you to get that kind of response, and people traveling,
100%.
So, yeah,
we're used to people coming through dribs and drabs, but to see that people sort of coming out from really far out from Sydney, coming to our venues, Concord, Balmain, the city.
And so was it new customers or was it your existing? I guess you have a pretty loyal customer base.
Look, our loyal customer base was there.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't necessarily live in Sydney. They're in and out. So it was actually really exciting to see new customers. Hey, how are you? Because I was in the kitchen still. We only had one floor staff, just basically answering telephones.
Yep.
And it was me introducing myself as Chef Varun, here's the food, enjoy your food, having a conversation with them. And it was great to see a whole bunch of new faces that I'd never seen before. So it was a very, very humbling experience.
Yeah.
It was also, it motivated us, saying that, hey, I can do something very cool here. Even in the toughest times, people are still supporting us. So it was very exciting for us.
It opens up, new possibilities.
Exactly right.
Yeah. And how, did you pivot with your other businesses? So obviously you expanded, with the takeaway delivery in Balmain.
So that's right. We actually closed Balmain temporarily because we were shutting up shop. Mum wanted to retire. We had 2 months off in Balmain. We'd actually sold the business, but then COVID hit, and then somebody else, the person who wanted to move in, backed out. So we're like, well, we have to do it all over again. Yeah. And the moment we started up and put the Manjits sign back on, Balmain outperformed all other venues triple or 3 times more.
So did that, make you reassess and be like, hey, we should hold on to Balmain?
Well, look, Balmain was always the original one. It was there was emotional attachment to Balmain.
Of course, sentimental,
exactly
memories,
right. but then me managing here, because for us, it's a very personal touch when it's this sort of industry.
Yeah.
So, Mum wanted to retire. She wanted to play grandma, relax, enjoy it, enjoy
they
it.
Paid their dues.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And so, effectively, as soon as we reopened right now, look, we're putting Mum back to work.
Yeah.
Obviously, the support's there with all the staff, but people just want to see her, the face of the business.
Exactly. I think that's the main thing. People come to, enjoy, like, say hi, and it's like the personal touch that you have in each of your venues.
100% right. You will very rarely find a venue with the Manjits name to it where one of us aren't there.
Yeah.
It's something very personal to us. It's our family feeding your family, yourselves, and it's an intimate experience.
And how important have you found having a loyal customer base during this pandemic?
Our loyal customers have been awesome. A couple of people, I can name names, but people in Mosman were getting their school groups together and saying, "Hey, ladies, mothers groups, let's get together." And so I was doing deliveries from the city to Mosman, and I was feeding 50 or 60 households in a certain time frame, saying, "Hey guys, come on down." And so that was an eye-opening experience, saying if we target a certain area, for example Kensington, which we did on a Thursday, we would have 3 or 4 streets order at one time. In our Concord locations, we had people in Breakfast Point, say on a Wednesday night, they would just order, and we just knew the streets hit the target, we had the pre-orders coming through, and that was really, really cool. And that was all because of our loyal customer base. Not necessarily new customers on top, but it was just people that were loyal customers that said to their neighbours, "Hey, let's support Manjits out." And that was amazing.
And I think in this time, it's really important for businesses to, I guess, appreciate their loyal customer base
100%.
and like those who really haven't placed that much value, to their customers' business or loyalty. They're the ones who have suffered, I felt like, during this time. But you guys have stood strong as a result of that.
37, 38 years in the business, and you can't buy that sort of loyalty from customers.
Exactly. It's earned over time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. Customers that we hadn't seen in 4 or 5 years still coming out and supporting us. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And what lessons would you say you have, I guess, learned personally throughout this process?
Look, it was an eye-opening experience, and I think it caught the world off guard.
Completely.
I think if you can survive this, you can survive most things now. I've learned that, look, always be good to your customers. That's key. I mean, they've supported us. They're the reason we're here. I find that you have to adapt your business in certain times of crisis, and you've got to be really quick and smart about it. So having that back of house team behind you, from the chefs, from the staff, from admin people, from the marketing people, the key. And hats off to them for acting so fast and so quickly during this time.
Yep. And how's the morale been, I guess, with your team and with your staff?
Well, first 2 weeks were tough.
Of course.
Imagine Dad, who's worked his whole life building his empire.
Yeah.
And we're just get hit with this. It was just everyone was taken back, and those first 2 weeks were tough for all of us. Not just myself, but the whole industry itself.
Of course.
It's people's livelihoods. It's people. It's what they know.
Yeah.
So,
and it's people that obviously you're employing as well. You're responsible for their lives.
Their lives.
As well.
I've got staff still sitting
in
India and Nepal and Pakistan, and and she's gone back to Karen's gone back to Spain. So we've lost a lot of staff through this whole process as well, which is scary. It's heartbreaking. It's scary because now we've reopened up again. Those ones we managed to keep and hold on to. Even if it's 1 or 2 shifts a week, we try to just space it out, saying
it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Oh, 100% it does. And look, they've stuck by us through hard times, and we will stick by them through hard times, and we'll always respect that.
Yeah. And what do you see, I guess, the future of hospitality coming out of COVID and this pandemic?
I think the whole hospitality industry's changed. I think moving forward, people now have the ability to work from home. I think some people like working from home. I think big organizations have realized that with this whole situation, they don't need to buy all these massive office spaces.
Correct.
That if it's 2 or 3 days in the city, it's 2 or 3 days in the city. So that will have a knock-on effect with where people start living. So residential-wise, if it's only 2 days in the city, well, why do I live in a 2-bedroom apartment paying $500 a week rent when I can live out much further away, commute in because it's only 2 days. And have the massive waterfront property in the south coast, the central coast, or somewhere on those lines. So I think that'll have either a negative or positive effect to our industry. Now, negative in the fact that, look, we've probably lost, instead of 5 days worth of corporate trade, it'll be reduced to 2 days, depending how business is rostered on. But I also think that the madness of living at home with the kids, etc., When
Yes.
you come to the city, you're going to make the most of it.
It's
You're
a
gonna,
lot.
you're
That's
gonna-
your downtime.
Well, that's it. It's your downtime.
Yeah.
It's coming to the city, you do the corporate, you smash it out, you go for your lunches, your dinners, and you make up for it that way. And I'm hoping that's the way, sort of the trend forward.
Well, people can, work from Manjits Wharf. You can get your laptop out
Absolutely.
here with this beautiful view,
free
right?
Wi-Fi, whatever you need.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
Mobile office space.
Who knows? That might be the next step. You don't have to have all your meetings here.
Why not? Why
Absolutely.
not?
We've got the coffee machine, we've got food, everything you need done.
Who wants to be at home when you can,
Exactly,
have an office like
waterfront views.
this? Yeah, that's it.
So I think that'll be a massive change.
Yeah.
I think residential places will flourish.
Yep.
So these massive city rents that we're paying will hopefully come down.
Yep. Yep.
And that will make a big ease in the whole industry itself, because rents and wages are the biggest killer for us.
Exactly. I think in general, with businesses, the overheads over here, leasing space is a lot. It's a lot to absorb.
100%.
So-
And people don't understand. We're on slim margins here.
Yes.
We're not. People think, oh my god, I'm paying so much for a butter chicken. Well, you're not. You're paying for a beautiful view. Staff that are being paid properly. It's the whole
whole experience, everything that comes with it.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. And that's
Yeah.
why so many restaurants struggle. Not just Indian, but majority of restaurants go bust in the first year.
Yeah.
Because we're working with such slim margins.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing
My pleasure.
your insight.
My pleasure.
And cheers
Cheers, guys.
to a brighter, positive future post-COVID. And we're blessed to be in Sydney right now.
Exactly right.
So, drop into Manjits Wharf, guys. We're going to have some exciting new things on the menu.
We are indeed.
Yeah.
Coming to winter time, a new menu's coming out. We're going to reform the place a bit. A bit of renovation here, so
Yeah.
it'll be good fun.
All right.
Yes. Thanks,
And you have something to add, Varun?
Spice up your life, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep it saucy.
That's our keep it saucy. Sorry.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.